Okay, testing. I haven't done this in a while. Oh yeah, action. Um, okay. So, today we're gonna be talking about how I read roughly like 13 hours, I believe, in a week, which like not crazy, but like for me, kind of crazy, because I'm very much the type to like I don't know, for a few months I'll like read nonstop and then I'll stop like dead in my tracks for like months. So the last time I was reading was probably January, and then I got like really into working and really into like I don't know, surviving, I guess. But I finally got back into it. And I read for so I was doing this thing. Stay with me here. I don't know why, but it helps me to like I don't know, kind of divide up my time, if that makes sense. Because I'm like, there's other things that, because I'm like a little filmy nerd, whatever. Ew. I'm just like a film nerd. You guys wouldn't get it. But yeah, I'm that. And I, I was like, okay, well, I want to watch. I started Attack on Titans, and oh my god, I started it probably like 2 weeks ago, and I've just finished it. Like, you guys are lying. You guys are lying. Like, this is. How am I supposed to live after that? Also, that, like, weird sound you're hearing. That's my feet playing with the books. So, yeah. Anyways, what was I talking about? I don't really know. Let's think. Oh, yeah. So I did this thing where I was watching one episode of Attack on Titan, and then I was doing so one episode, it's like about 24 minutes usually. They are like for anime episodes. So then I was doing that, and then I would read for 24 minutes of like the book that I was reading. And that was like really, which I'm still doing it now. Really helping like kind of like concentrate, I guess, because before I was kind of just like could not. Sorry if well, it's really sorry for myself. I'm like doing this. I'm like doing that, and I know it's gonna be fun for myself later. Yeah, so then I'm like, okay, Attack on Titan, I'm like in it, and then like the episode ends, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to read it for 24 minutes. And I'm like finally good in the cycle, but starting out I was like, ugh, I don't want to do it. I just want to keep watching anime. But it's been good. So, yeah, a week ago, I was halfway through this, or like roughly, I think I was at like 300 and something. But I stopped reading it in like January again. If you can even see what this is. If not, it's the first to die at the end. So I was like doing that. That's the book that that is the book that I started with. And then I finished that. Oh, if you don't know, it's the prequel to They Both Die at the End, which I have read. It's the prequel to that, and it's kind of like these people will get which both stories, the prequel and the original book, they're both gay romances, so if that interests you. And then they're also like dystopian, and then at midnight they'll get a call like saying that they're gonna die sometime that day. And both books kind of like follow. They're like different plots because this is the first to die at the end, so it's like when Deathcast became like a thing. So yeah, and they're like different people, obviously. I guess not obviously if I haven't read it, but yeah. And then yeah, just saying how they like lived their last few days. So just something really light and just really nice and peaceful and not dark and not sad at all. So I finished that, and then I was doing this thing for a while before I stopped reading in January, where I would read like 20 pages of The First to Die at the End, and then I'll read 10 pages of Circe, and that was kind of like my attention span. I don't know, kind of dealing with that. So then after I finished First to Die at the End, I was probably at like page like 130 in this. Oh yeah, the First to Die at the End, it had like 550 pages. Yeah. This had like 385. Yeah, 385. This is about, it's kind of like taking inspiration. It's taking inspiration from Greek mythology. This is also, it's in the same universe as the Song of Achilles, which I don't see it. Sorry, you're like on my bookshelf right now, so I'm like trying to, yeah, I don't see it. But it's like the same writing aspect, which the writing, I just spit. The writing is, it's like you have to be reading it to read it. Yeah, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's just like, it's not dense. It's kind of like, I haven't read Stephen King, but I imagine it's like the Greek mythology equivalent to Stephen King, where it's like very over-explanatory, which I definitely prefer over-explanatory than under-explanatory, if that's a word. But yeah, like it'll kind of like, it'll do like, and it'll do it. It kind of just like, I don't know. But once you're reading it, because it's so like over-explanatory, not like so, but like because it's kind of that writing style, you're like sucked in. I didn't even say what this is about. Yeah, so it's about Circe, who like is in Greek mythology, but not really expanded upon, I don't think. I should read like why she chose Circe, but just kind of following her life, daughter of Helios, the Titan god of the sun. Yeah, the sun. And or I think just the Titan of the sun, or I don't know, god of Helios. But yeah, and it follows like her life and her kind of like really sad life, kind of learning to like what she wants to be. I'm like, God, sorry, I should like do a counter of every time I do that. It's kind of just like following her life, you know. Yeah, just like following her life. Yeah. I'm probably gonna cut all this out, but yeah, it's kind of like following her life, and it's kind of sad, but it's like also not like, it's like once the end and seeing how like she doesn't regret anything, and she's kind of like, her life was her own, and she finally like reclaimed that. And like, I won't spoil the end, but like she makes a choice that kind of, it would be frowned upon and like with the other Greek gods, but she doesn't care. She doesn't care. So yeah, I read that. That was pretty good. Yeah. And then after that, I was like, okay, I need like a brain. Like, I need to not think. So then I started Gio by Joji Ito. When I tell you, like, oh my god, the visuals, I feel like I've read 2 of his like published books before. One was about, I think it was like The Melting Classroom, yeah. And then the other was, I don't remember. It was like another one. I think it was the one about like hair, whatever that one is. But yeah, like, oh my god. Which I'm finally like finding my rhythm with these, where it's just like, I think I was trying to like make more out of them. Like, I don't know. I'm used to reading like Demon Slayer and like Jujutsu Kaisen manga. So getting into like the horror manga, which I'm not really a person that gets scared, so it's kind of just like interesting stories for me. But getting into that, it's really like, I find myself really ogled by the like, obviously like visuals, like, because it's like stunning, literally stunning, and then just like the story. So like, I haven't found one like book of his that I'm like, oh my god, I love this story, and I need to get into like Tomy or whatever I've heard. I think I would probably like that. But yeah, it was a very enjoyable experience. Yeah, very fun. Yeah, like, I enjoy it. And then I have like 2 more books of his that I'll probably read. I don't know when, but I will. And then after that, I probably got like 10 pages because I was like, I will do it all within a week. And then I like finished Gaio the last day, and I had like a few more hours left of like free time, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let me start this. It's kind of like growing. What's that called? The growing up. It's coming of age. It's a coming of age kind of story, and I suspect that it's gonna take a dark turn somewhere. I don't think it's like it's not like, I don't know. It's not like it's not just a regular like coming of age like high school drama. Like I think there's some darkness happening because it hasn't even shown her in high school yet. It's just kind of like this girl on an island where she meets Lucas, and he's like this mysterious guy that's like living on his own, and he's like, but it's like her age, and it's like, I don't know, very interesting. I think that was it. Yeah. And then I completed one. I finished this, which is probably like, I think I read like 200 pages or something of that. I read maybe about like 300. I'll say these. Like finished those. So I didn't start and finish them. I just finished them. And then I started and finished this. So yeah, like I feel like 13 hours. Yeah, 13 hours. It was pretty good. Enjoyable experience. I think I'm gonna do it for another week. Maybe I'll make this like a thing. I don't really know. But yeah, I started reading this today, and it's really, I'm on page like 80 now, and it's really like, I don't know, something about coming of age. I mean, probably because I'm literally 19. I'm like, oh my god, this is like cool. I'm like, I get sucked in. Same with like the MLM romances. I'm like, oh my god, I love this. But yeah, that's like it. Yeah. Bye. Peace. Oh, I gotta like